Okay, so what's a personal brand? This is my definition of a personal brand. People's perception of you based on your experience, your competencies, your expertise, your successes, and your interaction with others, right? It's pretty encompassing, and that's by design. And why is your personal brand so important? It's all about you. This is the business of you. You can either have a career that just sort of takes a meandering path, or you can think about, this is where I want to go, and this is how I want people to view me. This is about the business of you. What do you want people to think of when they hear your name? And here's the challenge. We all have a personal brand, like it or not. You don't need to be an Instagram influencer. You don't need to have a popular YouTube channel. You've got a brand. It's just, what are people thinking about when they hear your name? If they Google you and nothing comes up, that's part of your brand. Who's this gentleman? Mr. Wonderful, right? Who do you think was the first person to call Kevin O'Leary Mr. Wonderful? That's right, right? Kevin O'Leary was the first person to call himself Mr. Wonderful, and now he gets to say, that's why they call me Mr. Wonderful, right? He did this with intention. Even if you think about that Shark Tank panel, right? Nobody on that panel has the same cachet, the same brand that he does. It's by design. And is it because he's the most likable character on that stage? No, of course not, right? But this is what he did. He took control of this. Now, I'll come back to this concept multiple times, but you really need to think about, you get one shot at a first impression. And the trick about this is, you don't get to control what that first impression is, where it shows up. Is it in a conversation? Was it your resume? Did they see you online? Was it social media? So, how do you want others to perceive you? Now, we don't have a crystal ball. If COVID taught us anything, it's that we don't have a crystal ball. So there's a lot of things that can influence your brand. So what we want to do is we want to focus on the things that we do control. And I'm here to tell you, this all matters. What you do at work, what you do outside of work, what your resume says, what your LinkedIn profile says, what your social media profiles say, all of that is encompassing in your personal brand. And I want you to think about it. But here's the good news. You control everything inside that circle, everything, right? So it all matters, and let's control what we can. Now, I'm going to put this up here as a word of warning. This is not made up. This is a real screenshot of one of our Facebook pages. We run Facebook ads for our business, and there are 3 people here who responded to this ad that I thought I would bring to your attention. So the first is Anthony, and this was for an ad for resume writing at the senior level. Resume is only good if the individual reviewing them is competent, which in this market, I'm skeptical that's the case. So it kind of feels like maybe Anthony's got some venting to do, and he chose to do it on Facebook, okay? Bill says, why should we bow down to the HR hypocrites when most people can achieve better results with integrity, honesty, and competence? Wow, I hope when Bill applies for the job and the HR department is doing the social media checks that they don't see that, right? He's insulting the people who are in fact going to be screening him. And then there's Kevin. I don't need my resume done. I'm not sure why he clicked on an ad, but I'd welcome a date with her. He was referring to the woman whose picture was on the ad. Highly inappropriate, very unprofessional. Do you see how these 3 people have started to define, have just influenced their own personal brand, and they don't even know it?